New at 4, students in Akron won't have access to their cell phones in the classroom this coming school year. That is the hope, at least after a vote during the Akron Police Schools Board of Education meeting tonight. The district did a pilot program at 3 of its schools in the latter half of this school year. Every day, students at those schools were required to lock their phone into what's called a yonder pouch. You see it here, that they carried with them throughout the day.
Kids were more engaged, even some kids reluctantly saying things like, yeah, I finally talked to someone in the cafeteria. I was forced to do more than just look down at my phone. It was easier to focus at school because I wasn't checking my feeds and my likes.
The district conducted a survey with nearly 200 teachers in that pilot program. About 96% agreed that students are more productive when their phone is in a yonder pouch. 88% agreed that the yonder program had lowered classroom disruption. 91% agreed it cut back on distractions, resulting in more learning opportunities. So the board is expected to vote on this in the next couple hours, and we'll show you the results of a parent survey coming up at 5:30.
So Matt, I'm curious, for parents out there who maybe want to be in touch with their students throughout the school day, or they're concerned about maybe something happening where they need to reach them quickly, did the district talk about that in any capacity? They
talked about some exceptions, and it was mainly with students who, for example, students with diabetes who had to check, measure, track certain things on their phones throughout the day. And they were provided accommodations so they could check. Their phone was still put in one of those pouches, but they were able to unlock it at certain times of the day. I don't know how far that goes, though, with these students who some might just say that they have to check it, at a certain time each day. So it's been really interesting. It was an interesting conversation to talk to them, but they really believe that this is something that will help the students who, with all the different issues that they're seeing, like bullying, harassment online, and
social media,
all that.
I'm sure the teachers are very happy because it's a huge thing they don't have to think about.
Right.
But I bet a huge adjustment for these students.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was another thing I asked. I said, are teachers do teachers have to put their phones in pouches too? Because I think that some of the criticism is, well, hey, the teacher's sitting there on their phone while we're doing an assignment. And they said, well, no, they don't put it in pouches, but we ask the teachers, to be an example.
Sure.
And to not have their phones out, while they're in class as well.
Interesting. So that's coming out soon.
Right.
The results.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we shall see. Thanks. Yep. Interesting stuff.
All right, that brings us to the question of the day. What do you think is the right way to manage phone access in schools? Post your comment to the WKYC Facebook page, and we'll talk about it coming up on 3 News at 5.